We talked about a lot about keeping water as clean as possible as it travels downstream. Sometimes it gets extra help from a water treatment facility. Let's have a quick tour of this facility just outside the city of Washington, D.C.
Hi, my name is Susan Miller. I'm a Public Information Officer at Fairfax Water. We are here at the Frederick P. Griffith Jr. Water Treatment Plant. We have the water coming in from the Occoquan Reservoir. The water comes into the plant. At that point we call it raw water because it hasn't been treated at all. So the first step in our water treatment process is to add a chemical called coagulant to the water. And what the coagulant does is it acts like a magnet for the dirt. It picks up all the different dirt that's in the water and starts to form larger clumps. And this is where it moves on to the next stage called flocculation. The larger clumps start to keep on binding to each other and form particles called floc. Now as these particles get heavier and heavier, they start to settle down in the water as the water is mixing in the flocculation process. So they will drop to the bottom of the water, and this is called the sedimentation process. At this point, all of those floc particles become so heavy that they sink down to the bottom of the basins, and the cleaner water is then on top. Next, there's large panels in the bottom of these basins, and those panels slowly move across the floor of the basin, pushing all the sediment out and leaving the clean water on top, which then goes on kind of a waterfall over a wall to the next step in the process, and this is the ozonation process that it goes to next. At this point, a chemical gas called ozone is added to the water. And this ozone filters up through the water with little bubbles going through the water, and those bubbles help to break up any bacteria or dirt that might be remaining in the water. After the ozonation process, it goes to the filter gallery. That's where it goes for filtration. The water flows into clean pools of water that at the bottom has a deep layer of carbon, granular activated carbon, and sand. So what the water does is it flows through these pools and sinks through the filter, going out the bottom. The filters with the granular activated carbon have lots of little pockets in the carbon, and those help trap any dirt or bacteria that still might be remaining in the water at this point. We do add some more chemicals before the water leaves the plant. We add fluoride to help with tooth protection, and then we add chlorine, which acts as a disinfectant. And this will help keep the water clean as it's traveling throughout your distribution system. So now that the water has the chlorine added, it's clean and ready to go, and we're going to release it out through our mains in our distribution system, and it'll arrive at your tap.